How's it going, everybody? John MacLennan here. I hope you're having a great day. And in today's lesson, we're going to talk about blues comping. I'm going to show you just 3 chords, and one of those chords is a 6th chord, which is a classic sound in traditional blues playing. Before we get into the video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe. If you're new here, I post brand new guitar lessons every single day on the channel, just like this one. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a video. All right, with that said, let's jump into the lesson. All right, let's learn some blues comping in the key of G. We're going to use just 3 chords for this example, and our chords are going to be on the top 4 strings, the D, the G, the B, and the high E strings. Now, the first chord we're going to play is a G6. And we're going to put our 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the D string, and then 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the G string, pinky on the 5th fret of the B string, and then 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the high E. Now that's a G6 chord there. And then I'll usually use my thumb. I can either mute the lower strings, and I won't strum them with my pick, so I'll just strum from D down. But sometimes I may also play that note, which gets a pretty big sound, like. So that's a G6 chord. And you hear that a lot in the blues too. You know, based off that sort of, it's like a little triad there, a little sliding triad. T-Bone Walker would do that kind of sound a lot. So that's our G6 chord. Then to go to what we call the 4 chord, we're gonna just change one note. And that note that we're changing there is the 4th fret on the G string. It's gonna drop down to the 3rd fret. And that's so cool, because you got the 1 chord and then the 4 chord with barely any movement, and then back to the 1. So if I played like a quick 4, I could go. Or you could just play 4 bars of G like this, using the G6. Then we're going to go to the C7 for 2 bars. Then back to the G6 for 2 bars. Then we're going to move up to a D7, which is going to be the same as that C7. We're just bringing it up 2 frets. So we'll be on 7, 5, 7, 5. We'll do that just for 1 bar there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now there, I moved it down from D7 to C7. And then back to G6. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So that's like the last 4 bars of the blues pattern. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, so let me put all this together for you, and I'm just gonna play whole notes for now. So I'm gonna go a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 1. Then we're gonna go to C7. Then we'll go back to G6. Then D7. Then C7. Then G6. Now let's talk a little bit about that rhythm pattern that I'm using. And to me, it sounds kind of like a horn part, you know, like horn section going. Ba, 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 ba. So I'm playing on the and of one, and two, and then on the and of two, I'm strumming again. So and a one and a two, 1 and 2 and. Now when I hit that and a two, I'm gonna let it ring until beat 4, where I'm gonna do this sort of staccato strum, where I just mute the strings, I release the pressure of those notes, and just get that muted sound. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now I sometimes will add these little grace notes in between because I'm thinking about that shuffle rhythm that we've all heard in the blues, right? So I'm going to put that all together. I'm going to put that rhythm with the chord progression. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. C7, G6, D7, G6. Now I'm going to add in this bass note just for a little extra fullness. If I was playing just maybe with me and a bass player, or maybe I was playing with another guitar player, I might fill out the sound a little bit and add some bass notes. So now I'm going to play in that style, but I'm going to bring in my looper pedal, which I've just played this little bass line. Typical blues bass line, which is actually based off the 6, that same chord that we are using in our rhythm. So it's going to sound like this. So there's our bass line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope you got some value out of today's lesson. Be sure to practice these along with some of your favorite blues recordings. You could try something like Papa Ain't Salty by T-Bone Walker, and you can play this groove right along with that song. Again, thanks for your support. Be sure to check out all the free gifts I have for you down below, and we'll see you in the next video lesson.